ask you about a special moment that we all got to witness. Carrie Underwood singing there, and obviously there were some technical difficulties, so she chose to sing a cappella and asked all of you to join in as well. What was that like?
It was amazing. Carrie Underwood is such a seasoned performer, and she just, when there was a difficulty with the band and they weren't moving forward, instead of singing all three verses, she did one and invited us to join her. She carried it off flawlessly. She never missed a beat, and I was so excited that she and her husband and son were there. And also they joined us for the presidential luncheon following the swearing in.
Yeah, how special.
It was really nice to see President Biden also sing along. Vice President Harris did not. So one of the executive actions President Trump took yesterday actually goes hand in hand with a piece of legislation you introduced, imposing a federal government hiring freeze and ordering workers to get back into the office. I have a feeling traffic's going to be jammed up this morning in Washington, D.C., Senator.
I think you're right about that. And yes, I have legislation. It's part of my DOGE Acts. It's things you have to do to set the parameters around reducing what the federal government spends and being able to reduce the size of the federal workforce and freezing federal hiring, freezing federal salaries so that you're not adding to those components. That is a first step. Also, my bill that requires employees to show up to work and moves us from a tenure promotion status to a merit-based promotion status. I was thrilled to see the president take those actions, and I hope we're going to be able to move my legislation forward quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And also big news from the Senate yesterday, which also got right to work, passing the Laken Riley Act to 64-35 with 12 Democrats voting with Republicans. What does this mean for future immigration reforms under now President Donald Trump? And I have to ask, how could Democrats not vote for this?
And some of them chose to vote against it. But what we know is the American people fully understand that these criminal gangs and these cartels are bringing people into our communities that are carrying out crimes. And in Laken Riley's case, she lost her life. And putting this legislation forward that would require ICE to deport these criminal illegal aliens, that is a solid step. We are looking forward to Tom Homan moving forward and actually carrying out these deportations so that we can return to safety and security in our communities.
Yeah, Senator, before we let you go, I want to ask you about these pardons that Biden issued, several preemptive pardons. I mean, Dr. Fauci, General Mark Milley, the J6 committee, and then, of course, he wasn't done. Literally with 15 minutes to go in his time in office, his family members, his brother, James, his wife, Sarah, sister Valerie, her husband, John, brother, Francis. But we've discussed that none of these pardons, it actually removes their Fifth Amendment right to self-incrimination. Do you think Congress will hold hearings involving Dr. Fauci, General Milley, and others and get them on the record without the Fifth Amendment to hide behind?
You know, the American people want to know what happened with COVID. And they want to know what kind of associations the Biden family had with foreign entities. And you don't give someone a preemptive pardon unless you think they have done something wrong. So I think it would be up to these individuals. If they feel like they did nothing wrong, then they need to refuse the acceptance of that pardon. Because right now, it looks like they all know, and Biden's staff knows, that these people were working outside of the rule of law.
Information. Truth. Is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.